Okay, okay, good day. I've sort of beaten line just on time, but I've beaten an FM crushingly. Let's see if I can actually win on the white side of an open Sicilian. Can I? So 2-2-4-1. I'm tempted from Maróczy bind actually after a6, just to try and wind him up. That if he's keen on b5, might be a good wind up. Can I play for knight d5? There's check. Okay. So knight c2 at some point. Then knight e3. He's going to play d5. He's going to liberate. Hang on. Stop him liberating. Rook c1. Putting a mark on knight d5. In fact, I'm tempted for knight d5 now, just to try and get the c-file pressure built up. I'll get this dark squared bishop. Get the dark squared bishop. Okay, so if I play for f4, this diagonal might not be as painful, but I think king h1 still good prophylaxis. The queen could come on that diagonal. If I take in an e5, I'm going to end up losing a piece or not? Not yet. Queen e1 and queen h4. Queen e1, just to play queen. And g3 threatens mate. And they've got a nice dark square bishop. I won't use it for a cheap threat. This rook's not good on the c-file. I think I'll go here now. Okay, stick the bishop over here for queen h3 maybe, and knight d5 or something. Was knight b5? The knight's not on c3. Okay, so a3 to play b4. Maybe kick these knights. Maybe bishop a4 later. So that's one plan, bishop a4. The other plan is on this. So queen h3 and e5. Do I want to use this knight as well? This knight's kind of pretty actually. On d5, there's also knight d5 takes. Doesn't do much. I think queen h3. Well, knight g4 actually threatens, but he moves the king. It threatens actually taking. He moves the king. And queen h4 after that. Cheap threats. Let's go for it. Is my centre collapsing? That's the key thing. I don't think it is. So queen h4 here now threatens. Mind you, he could just play f5. What about queen h3 as though f5? Queen h3. Mind you, I'll take on f5. I don't want queen on for a laugh. I'll play e5. So e5, f5. There isn't knight f6, is there? Takes. Queen moves somewhere. Rook comes in. Looks good. I'm going to go for it. So knight f6 and rook f3. So if king moves f7. Otherwise, if king f8. Okay, so rook f3 is looking really dangerous because of that pawn, that goal hanger. And still rook g7 is really dangerous, surely. So I'm going to be mating him if he's not careful. Hang on. He can just take that. Oh dear. Oh dear. What have I done? Okay. Queen h7 coming up. It's getting a bit desperate now. Queen h7. So rook g3, queen h6. What about queen h6? That's queen g6. So rook g3 first, then queen h6, then rook h3. They're not what I really wanted. A lot more complicated. If e5 takes, okay, let's go over here for a sec. Okay, has he got actually knight f4? I hope he's not going to use knight f4. Please don't use knight f4. He's going to use knight f4, isn't he? I've messed this up. Knight f4? No, he hasn't. So haven't I got rook h3 now? Just in time. Well, there's knight f2. Okay, can I just take for a second and then rook h3 to avoid knight f2? Key improvement. which is fairly critical at this point in the game to make such a key improvement. Otherwise, knight f2 is just totally winning. He's got bishop g2. I don't have to take. Otherwise, I lose the queen. I just speak. Well, he's got bishop. He has got bishop g2 because. Does it matter? Given that. Yes, it does matter. I lose the rook. Oh, there. Just lost the rook. Because he just wins the queen with a check after. It's a real pain. Bishop g2 wins because of knight f4. Okay. Oh yeah. I didn't even mean to take that. What a mess. What a mess of a nice position. Wow. Oh, that's really unbelievable. Or is it? I just got really optimistic here. After e5, I really thought this was cool, this knight f6. So the rook came in. So rook g7 wasn't enough. The other rook coming in is not enough because of this knight e4. So even after I bypass knight f2, there's still bishop g2. Okay, so it's interesting tactics, mate. I hope you get something out of it. Comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks so much.